Okay, far be it from me to sugarcoat a load of shit, but I'll try. This review is of Nope, starring Daniel Kaluuya. And yeah, okay, I'm not going to lie. Nope was the biggest load of shit I've seen in years. I really, really wanted to like it. I did. And before I did go and see it, I watched on YouTube a load of sort of trailer reactions, people reviewing the film before I had gone to see it, you know, and I collected, I sort of soaked up all the positives. So, you know, people saying how decent a plot it is and how original and inspiring and how great it was. It really was not. It really was. It's ironic, really, because it's a fucking nope from me. But I'll give you the positives if I can, and the negatives. Let's start with the positive, shall we? I suppose the continuous mystery of you know, what the fuck is it that keeps sort of flying backwards and forwards around the characters' farm. And yeah, there was this whole sort of continuous, what is it? Because we couldn't really see it properly at the beginning. It was like a UFO thing hidden behind clouds. The sense of intrigue and sort of following the characters as they tried to nail it or at least get it on camera. You know, it was decent. It was all right. It passed for decent. There is a bit during the film where the UFO parks over the top of the character's house, the brother and sister's house, and it rains like all these body parts and household objects and even blood. Like it just shits it all out over the house of stuff that it sucked up like a vacuum cleaner previously. And that was quite intriguing. Yeah, I suppose. That wasn't a nope for me. The entire scene actually was sort of taut with a sort of terrifying anticipation, because one of the characters, I think, was outside the house. The other character, she's inside, she's like hiding under a table, and there's, you know, the whole there's nowhere to go type element. That was good. Yeah, and I'm really trying to make this sound good because I've really slagged the film off at the beginning. But yeah, these are all right. So, you know, this UFO thing has sucked up all the shit and it spits it out. This sounds really weird, I know, but you'll sort of understand it better when you watch the film. The part where one of the characters is actually sucked up into the craft itself was decent. The viewer gets to sort of glimpse what's gets to glimpse what's inside the craft itself, and gets to see sort of if there's anything in there. I can only describe it as a giant, like a bouncy castle. You've got these like sort of throbbing plasticky walls, and it was really sort of suffocating and claustrophobic. It's a really weird moment. Yeah, you've got other characters as well that this thing has sucked up before. It basically sucks, basically. Like the movie. Yeah, so this thing just spends its time sucking shit up, and you see the shit inside, and then it rains the shit out. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's all very intriguing. But yeah, you get to see inside it. There, I suppose, another positive is the characters sort of learn not to look directly at the object whenever it comes into close contact. It doesn't sort of touch them. It has no effect on them if they don't look at it. So if it comes up behind them and they just let it sort of hover, they're just unaffected. And I suppose in a way, yes, that was good, because, you know, it's the whole sort of the way it's magnetizing behind them, where it's trying to get them and it can't. Really weird. And yeah, the classic feeling of something behind you. It's really played with. It's quite nicely done. There's a bit where one of the characters is they're walking down sort of past the house, because it's all set in the middle of nowhere. It's like surrounded by sort of mountainous cliffs, and the scenery is gorgeous. So yeah, they're walking past the house, and they just sort of continue sort of walking as the things behind them, and it's all it's the classic sort of hairs on the back of your neck standing. There's something behind you, but you can't turn. Good stuff. Good stuff. I have to say, hands down, fine. Good stuff. Move on to the negative, shall I? Not that you had enough already. So I mentioned, the intrigue of them trying to nail the UFO. So they do spend, well, probably 90% of the film sort of setting up CCTV. And this bit's sort of, it just rattles on and on, because the brother and sister, the way they act out this part of the story, it made it just really boring, because they sort of, the whole aspect of not knowing what's going on, not knowing what the thing is up in the sky, and also not much happening other than, the pair of them setting up CCTV and cameras around the home. It's basically, it's just sort of it just lengthens it, and it makes it, I don't know, it's kind of irritating. It's kind of annoying, because the thing, it flies over the house and it goes real fast that the characters can't even see it, the viewers can't see it, nobody can see it, so it's just whizzing around and sucking shit up. Obviously, as I mentioned, sucks. But it's like catching like I don't know, like catching a fucking darting floating hamster or something. It's just like just whizzing around in the air, and it's just a hamster? No, that's a bit of a slow one, unless it's on a wheel. What's a fast animal that could levitate? Animals can't levitate, but a fast animal that's just whizzing around in the sky that's been sprinkled with a levitating powder. I don't know. Yeah, it's like that. So they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's like, it's more tedious than fucking Wimbledon. Honestly, it's like, oh look, it's over there. Oh no, oh look, oh it's there. Oh, it's there, it's there, it's there. It's like, fucking hell, I wish I was there, like as in down like the exit to the auditorium. So yeah, right, the end. Oh my. Okay, right. You want to skip forward a few seconds if you don't want a spoiler, because, well, I'm going to tell you the ending. I have to, because it's so fucking ridiculous. I can't not. The UFO basically morphs into a giant fucking blanket, like a duvet. It just morphs into this great big bed sheet, fucking avid Jordan Peele fans are like coming in their pants at this point, because they're probably like, oh, this is so Jordan Peele, oh my god, I love it, oh my god, so mysterious. Just take mysterious and replace it with ridiculous. It was just, I can't explain it. So the UFO turns into this flappy sheet, and it starts, so there's this whole thing, oh my god, they finally see what it is in the sky, panic, flapping, then it starts sort of tearing itself apart. So it's like a balloon or a piece of giant bubble gum. Again, with animals, now it's bubble gum in the sky that can levitate. It's to add to the whole confusion. God, I fucking hate this film. So to add to the confusion, the female character, and the characters, Keke Palmer, who plays Emerald, she's brilliant. I mean, she's the actors themselves, they're quite decent. So I can't knock that. Amazingly, that's a positive. But yeah, basically her character, she lures the flappy thing into a local a local theme park thing, because they live near this sort of attraction. There's like a fairground attraction basically, and she lures it in, and she uses one of those old timey photo machines that you sort of you can dress up in Victorian outfits and shit and just sort of have your picture done just for laughs. Bloody expensive if you go to Margate Dreamland. So she lures it in. amazingly, it hovers over like where the photo's taken, and she's like, now, pushes the button and like flash, 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 flash. So the thing goes over, the pictures are being taken. She's managed to capture it on film, or photo film anyway. And I mean, big whoop. This fucking thing, it's just uses this machine to, the whole mission, setting up CCTV, wondering what it is, chasing it around the house, analysing, trying to proper nail this thing, results in grabbing a few selfies with it. And that's literally how it ends. So she sits there and she's taken loads of photos, and it's like a Polaroid. Pictures all like they all start flipping out. The thing tears apart, and she's sorry, by the way, if you. I mean, I know I've ruined the ending for you, but it was fucking ridiculous. So has to be explained. So the Polaroids come out. She sort of looks down. She's like, oh, I got it on camera. Not more than a few seconds after she's, completed her amazing mission, the film ends. That's it. This is like one of the worst, most tedious Jordan Peele films I've ever seen. And I've seen loads of his other films, and they were fucking excellent, absolutely excellent. This one, no, not at all. Right, let me round up here because I've gone on for long enough. And yeah, it's ironic, as I've mentioned before. If the more I detest a film, the more I sort of whittle on about it. It's great. Right. What is it here? Just checking my notes, because I do amazingly have notes for this one. So, yeah, I've got it written down. Obviously, that Get Out and Us were brilliant, just beyond twisted and so sinister that they were gripping, like really pulled you in with decent storylines. When it comes to Nope, I think Jordan Peele, it's the whole thing. And I noticed this online. A lot of people appreciate his work on this film because it sort of delves into sort of his directing and storytelling. It sort of delves into a place and crosses barriers that he's never been before. Okay, so it's that type thing. That's what I gauge from this film as well. It's the whole, this is something he's never done before. It touches upon the whole classic UFO thing. It also contains hidden messages, whatever the fuck they are. I mean, one of them is the opening scene. So the opening scene, which is revisited later on, it's about people, a group of actors on a TV set, and they're filming a sitcom, and they've got a chimp on the set that goes nuts with something aggravates it, and the chimp bursts out and starts killing all the people on set. It's very blood spattering, but there's a bit where there's a ballet slipper. Fuck knows what the relevance of that was. I'm not sure if you know and you're watching this, you'll be like, oh God, he didn't get it. Yeah, yes, it completely went over my head. And if you're not, also if none of you get the message, then yeah, welcome on board. So there's a ballet slipper, but it's positioned on its toes, so it's standing up like a ballerina, I suppose. There's absolutely no fucking relevance to it. So this chimp goes and butchers the cast on the set of this sitcom, and then suddenly the camera shifts across and you get a ballet slipper. I do not know. I still don't know for the life of me, and I refuse to look it up because I'm that sort of not interested. I don't know what it meant. It was just symbolic shite, obviously, that because it opens up for interpretation or something. I really don't know. So yeah, Nope is one of those films that contains a message or a few messages that the producer clearly wants to communicate to the viewer. He crosses boundaries, and I suppose I suppose he crosses boundaries. But the actual UFO plot is just a simple backdrop for it all. It's just, you know, where the actual sci-fi elements that could be exciting if it was purely that, it just flops. It just falls flat on its ass, I think. Yeah, it's not great. I'm just checking it here. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I used an example. So it's basically like a church service where where like a priest stands and sort of reels off one of those interesting stories. So I was going to say, if you've ever been to a church, amazingly, I've been to a church service where the priest stands there and he's like, he's reeling off this like sort of like really old timey story that has these gripping sort of moments in it. Like a character does something nasty to another character, like bang, there's a murder, and then bang, an old man comes up to him and tells him this, and then he realizes that, and then oh my god, he shouldn't have done that, but then suddenly he'll bring it straight back round to Jesus, as he sort of reveals the reason the protagonist met the sort of strange man that's just approached him on the road, that offered him that magic rock, and that sort of epiphany moment. Yeah, it was, it's one of them. That's a really shit example, but you know what I mean. Oh, nope, it's a nope from me, basically. And it's like one of those church service stories. I'm sorry, but it just bangs on and on with this whole, deep sort of mysterious thing in the sky. The brother and sister characters who meet another character that they bring into the story. Fuck it. No, that's your lot. I can't be asked to talk about it anymore. No. Nope clearly screens itself as making a point about something such as racial issues, or using the boy and girl chasing the unknown object in the sky as the base for something that Jordan Peele's never done before, and that his fans and followers will adore, and and pray he gets an Oscar for. But it's a fucking letdown, to be honest. Okay, end of review. Yes, so you got positives there, you got negatives, but I've banged on enough, and it's been painful. I'm sure it's painful for you. Was for me. So yeah, sorry guys. No, Jordan Peele, your previous work has been immense, but nope.